How's it going? It's Tuesday, April 30th, 2013. Time for another edition of WZR Radio. I'm Ryan Clark, he's Matt Boone. We're going to be here for the next 2 hours. Talking pro wrestling, Monday Night Raw from last night. WWE crew is back from a European tour, a long European tour. And I got the SmackDown tapings tonight from the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan. So we're going to be giving you guys live spoilers, taking rapid fire questions, and live phone calls in our numero dos, Matty Boone. Matty Boone. My man. What's going on, buddy?
How are we doing this week, buddy?
We're great. How are you doing? About to start that 15-day suspension tomorrow?
That starts tomorrow?
It's on the 1st.
But you said starting after the ones I put up yesterday. You said don't do any more, right?
No, I said you were going to work today, and then we were going to talk. But since I haven't talked to you, it seems that you don't like to talk unless we're on live radio. I don't talk. For those unaware, I don't talk to Matty Boone throughout the week. I mean, I don't say a word to him. We used to talk all the time. Every day, wake up in the morning, hey, what's going on, dude? We used to talk throughout the day. Nothing. Man.
What was that noise?
Dude, every day, you know how it works, right? Everything's quiet throughout the day, and then right before you got to go on live radio, it's everything goes up. People are texting, people are calling.
Oh, dude, at 8:01 p.m. Eastern Time, Shalik and Moody both. Boom, boom. I am fucking just floating in and shit.
Well,
these guys, everybody knows 2 to 8 p.m. where I'm at. I mean, I don't know what the fucking deal is.
Shalik wanted to work some sort of deal out with WZR Radio last week, and I told you, I called you last week. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, we don't talk off the air, but you told me this.
Well, we're not. I wouldn't just. I mean, let's say that our old home came back and said, hey, listen, we want the radio show back. I wouldn't sell out the show just due to the fact, and I told you this, that from what we've built, on WZROnline.com and the radio show, I would not take this show anywhere else. Even if the only way I would do it is if it was an AM or FM radio station. Otherwise, it stays right where it is. I wouldn't take it to another website and say, hey, in order to listen to WZR radio, you got to go over to this website and listen, or I'm going to keep it here, because we built this up and everybody knows where they can come every Tuesday night, so I wouldn't want to take it anywhere else. But he wanted to do something last week, and I basically said, "Get out of here." But back to my original, story. I mean, what's the deal? I mean, here, you know how it started. Let me just explain how it started. Right? You sent me a message on Saturday night, right? And you're begging for a UFC stream, and I had one. And I said, all right, I kind of played it off. I said, but if I give you this stream, you need to do galleries tomorrow. You promised the galleries were going to be done on Sunday, or at any point on Sunday, morning, afternoon, night, whenever. Nothing was done on Sunday, and then when I contacted you, there was no answer. We get to Monday, and it was like Monday yesterday at like 6 o'clock or something like that. Finally, I hear from you. So what happened on Sunday?
Actually, I completely forgot until I don't think that email anymore. So I had forgot we had that conversation the night before where you fucked with me with the stream and said, you better do these things tomorrow. But I had forgotten all about things. I was drunk watching the fight. So, no reminder, and I forgot. I'm retarded.
Well, you don't talk to me. I feel,
Well, it was like you didn't want to hear family shit, but the other one doesn't live here anymore now either. He's gone.
That's
stuff, yeah.
Is that the one from Maryland? The guy from Maryland that came down?
Yeah. He's gone too now. They're all gone.
You go, really? There you go. See, that's what needed to be done. That
That's
should.
What happened. Yeah. No, he left. He left on bad terms.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't just sitting around twiddling my thumbs. Shit was going on. And like,
he's
no.
no.
Like calling or texting me. I don't even know because they have my phone so much lately. That
He's no good. I told you that a while ago. The one from Maryland is no good. You know, and neither is
dude.
Yeah, he's not good people. You know. So.
Right. He's a crackhead.
Yeah, he's not good people, dude. But anyway, so you got everything's back to normal, right? Other than that, maybe if you actually did some work, you could stick around.
I work today, and I was gonna do the galleries, and I'm like, well, he told me not to. I said he probably wants to have a big bitch fest and like fucking yell at me for an hour, and I didn't feel like going with that shit, so I said fuck it, I just ignored it.
Yeah, well, and then look what happens, you know. Well, maybe if you do galleries, if I get a couple galleries for the next say what's today, Tuesday, so if I get galleries Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 3 straight days back to back to back, then we'll work on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm back. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I hear that all the time. I'm back. Yeah, I'm good to go. And then fucking 5 days later, nothing done. All right, no doubt. So anyway, we're gonna talk Monday Night Raw. I didn't, I caught bits and pieces last night. It's part of the reason I wasn't, all over Facebook last night. Normally I post like after every segment. You know what I mean?
Marking out, yeah.
Not marking out, basically telling people how much it sucks. And I feel like people get tired of that after a while. I mean, some people reply, yo, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Well, listen, I don't like it. It sucks, but I'm forced to have to watch it because my job is based around it. You know what I'm saying?
That's the torture. That's always been the torture of this job. Is when the product sucks. It's torturous. It's like when you get your eyelids taped open and you're forced to watch some piece of shit movie over and over again until you go insane. Watching a 3-hour Raw when it's all focused towards children and there's no cool creative storylines, no cool edgy characters, just fucking fluffy lollipops and rainbows and Skittles and glitter. It's hard to sit through. We
had tug of war on Raw last night. We had.
Need I say more?
We had a dance off on Raw last night, right? We had that. They've completely fucked over Fandango. I mean that whole thing that had potential, man. I mean the theme was hitting the charts overseas in the UK, and it took off, and people cheerleaders and PETA and people like that groups started doing videos, and you think that, all right, this thing's going to take off like the Harlem Shake or the Macarena, or how those things take off. And then WWE just completely fucked it up, and it seems like nobody cares anymore, Nobody's talking about it. It's not
it was a flash in the pan kind of thing. I think they were disappointed when they went to England, thinking it would be so over there because of that iTunes UK chart push they had going on. I think they thought it would be a lot bigger over there, and when they did that tour, it was over, but it wasn't it wasn't really over like they were expecting.
They went to Greenville, South Carolina. You had the post WrestleMania Raw, and then the following week they were in Greenville, and the angle that they did there, where Jerry Lawler came out and brought Fandango out, and they tried desperately to get the crowd to dance and sing along, and it just wasn't happening. Then they went over to England the following week, which would have been last week, and of course you've got a hot crowd there, always, Canadian crowds and London crowds, but like you said, it really didn't get over as much as they had wanted it to in London, and then they came back to the United States last night in Columbus, Ohio, and they got a little bit of singing and dancing. I told you last week, man, the guy is not a babyface, man. He's a heel. So if you want him to portray a babyface and you want the fans to chant along and sing along, you've got to turn him into a full-fledged babyface, man. You can't have him do a heel gimmick and hope that the crowd's going to take after. The crowd's confused right now. Like, do we cheer this guy and dance along with this guy?
Well, no, it would be, well, you're talking about the real simple fix. It would be like the Daniel Bryan thing. All you have to do is have Fandango act like he hates it when the crowd cheers and sings along with his music. As long as he's doing that, they think that they're getting one over on the bad guy, on the heel, so they're going to do it even more and more. So if that's all they were trying to repair, that's all they would have to do right there. I just think the gimmick and the dance and the music is cool off in general to the point where it just doesn't garner as much of a reaction as it used to.
Yeah, it's they've ruined it, man. They've completely.
But they added 15 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get some plugs out of the way. It was a beautiful day here, man. We had it's like 70.
Unbelievable.
It was unbelievable, brother. It was.
This is nuts.
This is nuts, man. It was a nutty day. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable day, man. It was fucking 70 degrees. It was sunny out, and they're saying for the rest of the week, man, all the way until Sunday. I don't think it's supposed to rain. It's supposed to be 70 degrees. It's beautiful. It's awesome. It's great.
Well, that's fantastic.
It's fantastic, man. It's how's the weather? Is it good down in Florida? I bet it's hot.
I've been going swimming every day. I'm all burnt right now. If you look at my skin, I'm trying to get a tan going, but I'm getting all burnt instead.
He says I'm trying to get a tan going. Oh my god.
Well, I was extremely fucking ghostly white, so I was trying to get some color to me.
I'm sorry, dude, but men getting tans or even worrying about getting a tan. I mean, the dudes that go to tanning booths, it's like, man, you are a herb, man. You are a fucking herb.
I don't go to a tanning booth, but I mean, I'll go lay out in the sun during the day. It's just something to do. I mean, it's relaxing and what the fuck.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Fuck a male and getting tan, you know what I mean? But anyway, so it was a beautiful day out. It's supposed to be beautiful for the rest of the week. Real quick, for those, I know, a lot of you guys come from different websites. Some of you guys visit EWN. Some of you guys are from WZROnline.com. Some of you guys are from ProWrestlingScoops.com. Wherever you come from, there's a problem with ProWrestlingScoops.com right now. Problem with ProWrestlingScoops.com. Basically, all of our websites are on one server, and PWS, there's a script, and I need to figure out which script it is. It might be like a poll or a shout box or something like that, but it's causing the load average of the websites to shoot through the roof. So the load should chill down around 1 or 2, and you shouldn't have any problem. Obviously, when you get higher traffic, it's going to go up to, 5 or 6. But the second I put the main PWS site up, the load shoots up to about 7 or 80, and then eventually winds up crashing the entire server. And when that happens, WZR goes down, MMA, TNA Wrestling News, every website that I own, they go down. So I had to put up the pay-per-view center for right now on ProWrestlingScoops.com. That helps lessen the load, and we're back down around a 1 or 2, but I eventually want to get the main website back up and running. I just need to figure out which script. I know it's a boring story, but I need to figure out which script is causing that issue. So for right now, ProWrestlingScoops.com, it's the pay-per-view center. It's got the news board. It's got all the news. The only thing that you guys cannot see is the galleries that Boone does and anything else that's on the main, ProWrestlingScoops.com page. But all the news is right there on the main news board, and hopefully we'll have that fixed in the next day or two. We're gonna look at it. It's just been so busy. You know how Mondays and Tuesdays are. It's just crazy busy. So, anyways, and also check out pwsforums.com. Great group of people over there. It's a huge online forum. And Mac is our admin, does a great job over there. Always yells at me. So pwsforums.com for.
How many members would you say you have?
How many members on PWS forums?
Yeah, how many would you say you have?
I can go check for you. I'm not.
It's a rough estimate. 80,000, 90,000.
I really don't know, dude. I don't visit the forums. I kind of let them do their own thing. Right now, there are 442 users currently online. We have 115,202 members.
So you have 115,000 members.
115,000 members on PWS. It's a big forum, man. It's a huge forum.
I'll kick all 115,000 of their asses in 2 seconds.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
That's a true story.
Oh, all right, dude.
Oh, shut your mouth, you song-wearing fatty!
Yeah!
No.
Yeah, buddy. But Yeah, there's a lot of people over there. It's a great forum, pwsforums.com for that. And then, one last thing before I move on and get into Raw. We talk about this all the time, where the WZR Army is a great group of people, all right? What we've built here especially over the last couple of years with the whole WZR Army, right?
Yeah.
A lot of loyals, a lot of diehard people, a lot of good people. There's always going to be that select few douchebags and assholes, right? And last week, I know you had to get out of here.
I was going to ask you, what happened? Did you say something about, I don't want to spoil it, so never mind, go ahead.
No, last week you had to get out of here, and a woman by the name of Julia, I believe, I think that's her name, called up and, said, Rygow's an asshole, and somebody else was an asshole, blah, 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 blah. WZR Army, it's a great group of people, and basically what I think happens is we're here for 2 hours every Tuesday night, and then after we go off the air, some of these people find each other from the chat room on Facebook, and, they become friends outside of WZR Radio. They all met through WZR Radio, but outside of WZR Radio, they friend each other on Facebook, and, they form
They
these...
stay in touch. Yeah.
They stay in touch outside of the show, and they form little groups, and sometimes they go against each other. I don't know how things go down, but the woman who called up last week, she was kind of ticked off, and then the following morning I wake up, and there's a big email from Rygow from me, and I'm not gonna get into it. I don't know. There were some photos that were sent between the two of them, and I don't know if it was a relationship or whatnot, but you know what I mean. But listen, I'm not a babysitter, you know what I mean. And then I got an email today from a guy named Patrick saying, your mods in the chat room are abusing the power, and I got banned for no reason. I can't be a babysitter. Neither can you. You know what I mean, dude? I can't be a babysitter. So. The Army, you guys are all loyal, you're diehard, you're a great group of people, all get along, you know what I mean? Because then, if it doesn't work out, everybody comes bitching to me, and I have no idea what y'all are talking about. I got no idea, you know what I'm saying? So, get along, WZR Army, loyal, diehard group, fucking figure it out,
Well, that's the beautiful part, you said it all right there at the end, is that they all come to you when something goes wrong. They don't come to me, so I don't give a fuck. It's just entertaining to me when I hear shit like this. It makes me laugh.
It's great, ain't it?
It makes me think that some of our fans are a little bit crazy, which I like.
They are.
Awesome.
They are. It is. It's really crazy, bro. When you go back and you think about it, like, wow, these people offline here when we're not here on Tuesday nights. I mean, they get into little wars and online. They rage outside of WZR Radio. I'm like, what the fuck? I got no idea what you guys are talking about. Like, what is happening here? I mean, the email that I got from Rygow, I'm thinking, you gotta be kidding me with this stuff. You know what I mean? So I have no idea what goes on offline or whatever, but. Figure it out, man. Everybody in the chat, you guys are all great people, man. Everybody that comes on Tuesday night, I see you guys in the chat room. I see you talking. I see you on my Facebook page. Everybody's great. You know what I mean? Everybody's awesome.
How much did they get into it when she called in at the end of the show last week? Like, how long did that go?
I don't even remember. She just, she was angry that a couple of people had I think it's, I don't know if it's looking for attention or what it is. Dude, I have no idea. I don't know. What happens?
What's the claim? Is that she's a stalker? They're a stalker? Who's a stalker?
I don't know. She called up last week and said what? I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. She said something that people were being an asshole to her, and she left the Army. She's no longer a part of the Army. She's out of here. She's gone, and I'll come back when they're nicer to me or something like that. I don't know what it was, man. She left the Army. I don't know. For every person that leaves the Army to me,
pictures and what now?
I don't know. Photos were sent. I don't know if Rygow and somebody else had a relationship offline, and they were exchanging numbers and photos and stuff like that. I don't know.
Motherfucking hey now, Rygow. Hey, buddy.
Get it done, brother. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do, man. I don't know. If y'all are gonna form relationships offline, I mean, I'm probably not many women that listen to the radio show. I mean, damn, maybe they're all trying to do the same lady or something. Maybe there's like three. Maybe there's
it
like.
Seems like they found the WZR Army version of AJ, like the crazy bitch. You know.
I guess, man. I don't know what goes, but listen. Moral of the story is, I'm not a babysitter. I ain't got no idea what you guys do offline, but we're all cool. It's kind of like a big family, you know what I'm saying? Everybody on my Facebook page, everybody on WZR Radio, y'all good people, you know? So let's have a good time Tuesday nights. Don't get in fights with each other. Like, if the Army fights with each other, then we've got a problem. You know, the Army's supposed to stick together and you know.
Yeah, we can't have corruption from within or whatever.
I know. It's crazy. So, anyways, figure it out. Do it. We got SmackDown spoilers. They are in Detroit, Michigan at the Joe Louis Arena tonight. I gotta take off my, it's hot in here. Hold on a minute. It's hot in here. Whew.
So take off all your clothes. Brian is getting so hot. He's gonna take his clothes off.
Yeah, it's real hot in here. But anyways, if you guys if you want T-shirts, I've already got some of your money. Like I said, I'm waiting for a couple more people that have claimed that they're sending money or it's on the way, and I'm gonna do a mass shipment. Right? I'm gonna ship them all out at one time, so everybody will get their T-shirts at the same time. If you've already sent money, I'm not stealing your money. I'm not taking it. Your T-shirts are coming. I know what size you want. Everything else. Webmaster at ProWrestlingScoops.com. Once again, Webmaster at ProWrestlingScoops.com. Give you guys an address where you can send that money. Tell you what we accept. You know, checks, money orders, things like that.
You have 4XL?
Yeah, I do. 5XL.
You have 5XL. All right, because I want to get the biggest one possible so I can take like 2 shifts on it. 3 shifts on it instead of just shitting on it. I want to shit on it twice.
That's the reason you haven't. That's why you haven't gotten one, dude. You should have had one for free. You know what I mean? I guess we normally don't take phone calls until hour number 2, but fuck it. Want to take one right now before we get into our?
What do we got?
Screw it. Caller, you're live. WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, buddy, I got a joke for you.
Oh boy, here we go. What do you got?
What do you call a potato that smokes weed?
A potato that's...
A baked potato.
Ah! Yeah, that's pretty good. Not bad. Not bad, right? Let me explain it. You get it? Because when you smoke weed, you get baked. And what do you call it? You know what I'm saying, dude? Baked potato.
Potatoes are just like, they can be baked potatoes.
Yeah, man. What do you call cheese that's not yours? Nacho cheese, brother. Nacho cheese.
I was thinking of one earlier. A chat room was talking about, they kind of set it up for me. And I was thinking, like, what does an inquisitive Cody Rhodes say?
Wait, you got to explain the word inquisitive to me first.
He's got a lot of these. He's got a lot of questions on his mind, we'll say. Something like that. What was an inquisitive Cody Rhodes? What would he say?
Okay. Or what?
He would say, I must ask you a question.
Yes.
There it is.
Not bad. A little bit of delay. I had to think about that one for a second. You're using big words on me. You know what I'm saying, dude? I gotta.
I'm not even sure if I use that word right. But
anyways, get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com. /chat, WZROnline.com/chat. Get there, lots and lots of people. As always, tonight, come on in. It's a good group of people. They all chatted up on Tuesday nights. The official website of WZR Radio, WZROnline.com. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube as well. Facebook.com/WZR Army, YouTube.com/WZR Archive, and Twitter as well. Let's go to WZROnline.com. Top navigation bar, social media tab, drop down box has all the links for Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I've been putting the archive up on the main websites. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that in the inside the news post. The archive, has been in a lot of those. It's kind of a big deal, man, because 2 weeks ago we had like 2,700 views, and this week we are at about 1,500, probably going to approach 2,000 by the time it's all said and done. So, we get a couple hundred, like we talked about last week, that listen live on Tuesday nights. Live! Baby live!
Oh, yay!
On Tuesday nights, the archive gets a couple thousand different views. So, that's a good thing, We're making noise, Making noise. We're making noise! We're making noise. Why do you just go away like that? You just disappear. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll be sitting here talking, and then you never. Why do you do that?
Do what?
Go away. You just leave. Like sometimes, like I'll be in the middle of a sentence or something like that, and you disappear.
Do you want the honest answer?
Well, yeah, you took a hit of weed.
Yeah, I am. Well, spice, but yeah, I'm muting the microphone, smoking the spice, and coming back.
So you didn't smoke before you came on here? Or you got to smoke like you got to take a hit like every half hour or something?
I got to, spice wears off like every 10 minutes, so you got to kind of keep hitting it. I'm also drinking tonight for the first time in a long time.
What's it called? Spice?
It's called spice. Yeah.
And you're drinking? You don't sound drunk.
Yeah, no, I'm only on my second beer. I decided to drink a little bit. Honestly, trying to wake up for the show a little bit. So.
I got beers in the fridge.
See, well, let's crack one open and drink it. What are you doing? Unbelievable. What is it? Just leave the microphone and go grab a beer? Clark, did you just dip out on me with no notice there? Motherfucking hey now. How's everybody doing? We'll get going in the chat room here. We got baked boom potato. Alright, I like it. Is he back now?
How do you like it? See? What? I went to go grab a beer. How do you like it? See? Just get up, throw down the microphone, walk away for a little bit, come back, leave you hanging. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't bother me one bit.
Yeah, right.
Not even a little bit. No.
So anyway, I got a beer. How do
you like it? When I leave you, right when you leave me, one loop. What kind of beer are you drinking on up there? The fucking goddamn bumfuck New York. What do you got going on?
Coors Light.
Alright, so you're a rich guy. I got a natural light going on.
You got a what?
I said I got the natural light.
Oh, Jesus, dude. Like the Milwaukee's Beast type shit, right? Oh, man,
yeah,
oh, man.
The piss water.
Ah, Jesus. Alright, so we're going to get into Monday Night Raw right now for a little bit. Check out WZROnline.com, the official website of WZR Radio, and WZROnline.com. /chat. Get in there. Lots and lots of people, as always, tonight. So, did you watch Monday Night Raw last night? No.
I didn't watch it last night, but I watched it today.
Yeah.
I missed, I'd say the last 10 minutes of it or something like that. But when I last was watching, it was a 6-man tag. The Shield was in the ring, wrestling whoever the fuck.
Hey, what'd you think of, before we get into Raw, somebody just brought it up, Ron Sheet in the chat room. Just brought it up. UFC, man, this past Saturday night. Chael Sonnen and John Jones. I guess the big news out of the pay-per-view was John Jones, man, and that toe. Oh my God,
that
man.
was disgusting, man. That thing was broken and what do they call it? Compound fracture, where it's like ripped out of the skin and like bent in half the bone or whatever.
Yeah,
And apparently, if that fight would have went on another 20 seconds or whatever it was to get to the second round,
yeah,
they would have had to have stopped it between rounds, and they would have had to have awarded Chael Sonnen the winner, which means Chael Sonnen would have been champion right now.
I know.
It was really close to being a crazy thing. And earlier in the night, they had the eye pokes and all that shit going on. So like, it would have been a capper to a really crazy night. But luckily, everything turned out pretty much okay.
Yeah, well, I don't think Sonnen, Chael wouldn't have wanted to win that. I mean, he would have obviously taken the win, but he knew, after the fight that, John Jones was the better man, and, he basically whooped his ass for at least that first round, you know what I mean? But,
yeah, well, that's all it was the first round. But, he came right at him, too. You got to give Sonnen credit. When he gets in these fights against Anderson Silva, John Jones, the best guys in the world, he doesn't seem, he looks intimidated if you look at his eyes through some of the interviews and shit, but you know damn well when the bell rings, he's tucking his chin down, he's putting his shoulders down, and he's going straight the fuck at you.
Yeah.
And you gotta love that about him. He makes it a fight.
How about Roy Nelson, man, the knockout of Congo, right?
That was nice. That was real nice. That guy can knock out anybody. And he's got a chin from fucking hell, so he can take a punishment too. They're talking about him fighting Daniel Cormier in his next fight now, Big Country, or possibly Mark Hunt if Hunt beats Junior Dos Santos.
I think they're doing Daniel Cormier. That's what Dana said at the post-fight presser. You know what I mean? That was a late night.
Well, Cormier specifically asked for the fight. He tweeted Dana White or texted him or something and said he wants to fight Big Country.
I guess Anderson Silva texted Dana during the show as well, and said that he wanted. Eventually, they're going to do Anderson Silva and John Jones, but in the meantime, I think they're doing Silva and who is it? Help me out. It's
Anderson Silva and Chris Weidman, a guy that a lot of people think that guy can beat Silva. But anyway, Silva he told the UFC, he said after the GSP fight, Diaz, after I see Jones fight Sonnen, I'll decide who I want to fight in the super fight, if anybody. And after he watched Jones fight this past weekend, I guess he made up his mind. So it's looking like it'll be Jones and Silva. That's the one I think fans are more interested in anyway. I know that's the one I want to see more. So, but he's apparently made up his mind. As long as he gets past Weidman, that fight's on. Yeah,
that'll be a great fight too, man. Once they do that, I mean, people want to. That's the fight that people want to see. You know, John Jones and Anderson Silva. All right. So let's get into Monday Night Raw from last night. They were in Columbus, Ohio, like we talked about earlier. This is the same building that Jerry Lawler, had the heart attack and then returned.
Oh, really?
Not the same building. I should have put it a different way, but it's the building that Jerry Lawler made his return at following the heart attack that he had last year.
Yeah.
So Raw kicked off. It was kind of odd, man, because normally they come on and they do what TN. It's basically an idea that they took or stole, I guess you could put it, from TNA, where they do the recap of the previous week and what's going to happen tonight, the big build-up, right? So Big E Langston and Zeb Coulter are already standing in the ring, and Alberto Del Rio and Ricardo Rodriguez came to the ring, and Justin Roberts, who was on ring announcing, says that per the order of Teddy Long, the SmackDown general manager, we're going to have a match right now between Zeb Coulter, Ricardo Rodriguez, and Big E Langston. And you're thinking, huh? And the winner of this match is going to get to pick the stipulation for the world title match at Extreme Rules on May 19th.
Because it's a triple threat match at the pay-per-view, and it's like everybody's manager, like Ziggler's manager,
exactly.
Langston,
right.
Jack Swagger's manager, Zeb Coulter, Alberto Del Rio's manager, Ricardo Rodriguez, and the winner gets to pick the stipulation for their guy.
Yeah. I mean, Big E Langston, obviously, is the only wrestler. I mean, people don't realize Ricardo Rodriguez used to work in developmental under a mask and was a great worker. I mean, he was praised for the work that he did down in developmental, and even before he joined WWE on the indie scene, Rodriguez is a very, very good worker. A lot of people don't know that about him, So Big E Langston's in there, and then Ricardo's a great wrestler as well. From a lot of
Dustin Mantel used to be a good worker, and he's been in the office forever. I mean, he got guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin, so he's no slouch either. So and not three guys you would traditionally think of as active talent these days, but all guys that know what they're doing.
Well, as soon as the bell rang, Zeb jumped out, right, and took off. So it was basically Big E Langston and Ricardo Rodriguez, who are the two legit wrestlers, right? And then Zeb Coulter was on the outside, kind of cheering him on, I guess you could say, right? And then Ricardo wound up picking up the win. So with that, you had Alberto Del Rio was going to be able to pick the stipulation for the match on May 19th at Extreme Rules. So that was that. I mean, it was whatever. It was kind of a weird way to open up Monday Night Raw.
It was different, yeah.
Then we had John Cena, and we got to talk about this for a minute. I mean, yesterday was World Wish Day, I think is what it was called, and Cena appeared on the. I'm up early in the morning, man. I watch actually. I used to watch the Today Show every day, right? And then Matt Lauer he's just a douchebag, man. like you watch Matt Lauer and you can tell that on air he's everything's great, but you can tell that as soon during commercial breaks and things like that, you can tell that Matt Lauer is just a complete douchebag when yeah, man, when cameras aren't rolling. So I switched over just a couple of months ago to Good Morning America because today, the Today Show had won the ratings for years and years and years, and Good Morning America was always at number 2, and Good Morning America just in the last couple of months has taken over ratings-wise, and they feel that a lot of people, when Ann Curry basically got fired from the Today Show, a lot of people said that Matt Lauer was the one behind that. He kind of forced her out, didn't like her, and, told management, hey, listen, if I'm going to sign a new contract with you guys, and they really like Matt, if I'm going to sign a new contract with you guys, you got to get rid of Ann Curry. And so a lot of people, hate Matt Lauer because of that and tuned off and went over to Good Morning America. So anyway, I had the Today Show on because I knew that John Cena was going to be there. And he came out and, John Cena's done a lot for these Make-A-Wish kids. You know what I mean? I mean, these are kids that probably aren't going to live their full lives. They've only got a couple years left. Some only a couple of months, some a couple of weeks, left to live. So John Cena goes out and he grants these kids wishes. I mean, for a kid to say, before I die, I want to meet John Cena. You know what I mean? It's awesome that Cena goes out and does stuff like this because a lot of celebrities don't, man, or they won't make time for, kids. They figure, I'm above that. I'm a celebrity.
They'll go when it's convenient. They won't go on their days off. They won't go out of the way, or they won't go somewhere to where they have to be there and somewhere else in the same day. Like, they won't overload their plate the way Cena does, or at least the way that people say he does. So he's, like, everywhere. Like, he's a very active, promotional company guy. Yeah.
So, it's World Wish Day, and John Cena comes out, and he brings out, 3 kids from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and announced them.
All of them, by the way, I could kick their ass in 2 seconds.
Oh, you can kick all the kids' ass, huh, dude? You're gonna take your whole gimmick now to kicking kids' ass, dude. Oh man,
There wasn't a little kid on that stage that couldn't kick his ass. I'm talking about it. What was it? Inchworm? What was his name? Nick Inch? Fucking wrestler name.
This is how much of an asshole Boone is, right? These kids only got a couple of months left to live, right? And they're kids. Keep in mind, they're kids. And Matt Boone says, yeah, these kids are going to die in a couple of months, but I'll kick their ass in 2 seconds. What a fucking douchebag you are, bro. That's terrible, man.
Ellie off in the chat room says it best. He says, is Boone seriously talking about hitting disabled children? Yes, he is.
Man.
He talks about you are Nick the Itch, the Inchworm,
man.
Stitch. I'll fucking pull ass up.
Yeah, right, man. So anyway, like Boone said, they came up with nicknames backstage, and they came out. John Cena basically introduced them as, honorary WWE superstars for the night, and WWE does this. You've got to. It doesn't make for the best Raw segment, but look beyond that when you're watching something like that last night on TV, where WWE's for one, WWE is as bad as it sounds. They're doing it for media attention, number one. And there was a lot of press about it today, where Cena and Make-A-Wish teamed up with WWE, and they brought these kids out, but those kids, for the remainder of their lives, for however long it is, and it may not be long for some of them, they're going to remember that. They're never going to forget a moment like that. I remember when I was 7 or 8 years old, when I first went to Disneyland, and I'll never forget being down there as a kid. You know what I mean? That's something where you come out on national TV, you get to meet your hero, John Cena, and they're never gonna forget that, and I'm sure that they brought the mothers.
When I was 7 or 8, I remember seeing this chick's tits, and I've never forgotten those. What was I gonna say? And they took a chance putting the kids out there with the crowd or whatever, because the crowd could have shit all over them because they were aligning Cena or whatever, but the crowd actually almost like they knew their role in that. Like, we can't be assholes for this segment. We got to cheer Cena, and we got to cheer these kids. And they seem to play their part pretty well, like respectfully almost.
The crowd was very respectful to both, John Cena and the kids last night. And that was a cool thing to see, And even people on Facebook, I put a post up, and I said, you know what? You're going to get that 1 or 2 assholes that are going to come on here and say, fuck that segment, fuck that, blah, 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 blah. And it was
Fuck that segment.
there was none of that last night on Facebook, you know. So it was really cool that people allowed WWE to do that. And just think about it from the kids' standpoint. They're never going to forget that, like we talked about.
So I believe it's supposed to know our future.
Yeah.
Lead them well and let them lead the way, or whatever, you know.
Well, you know what I thought? I thought the Shield was going to come out and interrupt the segment. You know what I mean? But they didn't. So, anyways, there was a backstage segment where it was.
I believe the children are our future. Nobody got time for that.
Motherfucker, ain't nobody got time for that, dude. Ain't nobody got time for that. So we had Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. You go back to the days of Evolution, right? Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes. They had a long.
You go back to the days not of Evolution. You go back to the days of Legacy.
That's what it was. Legacy. My bad. Yeah, yeah, we had Evolution was what? Batista, Randy Orton, and Triple H, right? Evolution.
Evolution was Ric Flair, Batista, Triple H, and Randy Orton.
That's what it was.
Yeah, Legacy was Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase.
You're right. We had so they gave these guys a long match, man. A couple of commercial breaks during it. Randy Orton won with an RKO. It was a really good match between both of these guys. You know, Cody at one point, reversed an RKO into the Crossroads, which looked really cool on TV. Orton kicked out of that and then wound up, like I said, hitting the RKO and picked up the win. Matt Striker came out after the match was over and basically asked Randy if he was haunted by the Big Show punching him. Knocking him out with the KO punch that he does at WrestleMania. Orton said he's never been as focused as he is right now, and he's ready to go. As Orton was talking, Rhodes tried to come up from behind and got hit with another RKO. So that was that. Cody Rhodes, man.
It was a good match for a nothing Raw TV match. It was actually really damn good, I thought. Yeah,
Cody Rhodes is definitely in the doghouse these days, man. He he just jobs out week after week, and I'm sure that interview that he recently did, where he came out and said, I'm not happy with how my current time in WWE is going. I'm not happy with the angles. I'm not happy with the storylines. It's not going to do him any favors, If you go and you bitch to WWE management, right, about how you're not happy and da-da-da-da-da-da, they're going to job you out even more. It happens all the time, where people go out and they bitch and moan and they groan.
Well, yeah, you certainly don't get rewarded for bitching and moaning, even if you're a top guy. I mean, they don't want to hear that shit. I mean, in an ideal world, they write their show, you go do it. They don't want to hear anything. Obviously, they'll cater to top talent's wishes more than other guys. The guys like Cody Rhodes, they bitching and complaining is not going to get them anywhere. Obviously, it's not going to get them ahead. But and the most important part of the story is, I'd kick Cody Rhodes' ass in 2 seconds. I'd shave his mustache in 2 seconds.
You'd kick
That's the true story.
Oh, Jesus.
Shut up! No!
Shut up with that shit, dude. All right,
that was a good one.
We had we need to add to this. We never did the drops last week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I told you we could record them. You called me after the show, and then we never recorded them.
I really wanted to come on here and do instead of the suspension, I wanted to come on here at the start of the show and just open it up with. One of these times we're just gonna be doing, live radio, and out of nowhere I'm just gonna fucking drop it and then cut you off the line and you're gone. You're done for good. That's the last anybody will ever hear of you.
That's my curtain call. That's my final appearance.
That'll be it. We're gonna do it. We'll do like a live shoot on radio. When I'm ready to fire you, I won't tell you. I'll just come on here, and out of nowhere, you're fired, and then drop you off.
Don't make it a big thing where people are looking forward to it, because then every week they'll be asking for it. But the day you do decide to fire me for legitimate reasons, by all means, string me along until Tuesday at about 8:20 p.m. and that way you got 20 minutes to fuck with me a little bit, and then just fire me in front of everybody and get rid of me. Boom. Do it on live radio, right? Just do a live man,
shoot.
I might as well, right?
Right?
It's all recorded. Like this guy said in the chat, the rise and fall of Matt Boone. You can kind of track the whole rise and demise.
One of these days we'll do it, dude. But the problem is I can't do that. Like, I could fire you from the galleries, right? Because I could easily hire somebody else to do that for me. But the radio show is where you got me, man. You got me with the fucking radio show because I can't come on here on a Tuesday night. If I got rid of Matt Boone from WZR Radio, WZR Radio would suck. I'm telling you. No matter who.
I think sometimes the listeners don't realize it. I know you know it. That's why I'm able to fuck with you about it and shit. Because I know you know how different the show is without somebody like me filling the gaps and fucking around and doing this and that. You know what it's like because you've done it with other people. But I don't know how much the listeners realize how much easier it is to have somebody like me on the show because I kill so much time just being a retard.
If I got rid of you, I guarantee you. Well, people say, well, fuck Boone, da 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 da, and nobody says that. Some people do. Some people say fuck me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I got rid of you, dude, I guarantee you, within 1 or 2 weeks of debuting a different host, everybody in the chat room would say, please bring back Boone. We need Boone here. We miss Boone. You know, that's how it would be, man. It's happened before. You know, when you weren't here before, we want Matt Boone. Everybody wants Matt Boone, you know?
Yeah, I go on for little guest appearances, and they'd be like, oh, dude, they should have, he should come back to the show. And finally, you're like, dude, what's it going to take? And boom.
Yeah.
And since then, I don't think I've missed a single show. Maybe I've missed one show since then.
You're doing pretty fucking good. I got to be honest with you, man. You're doing pretty good. You know what I mean? But in the meantime,
know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
Back to Monday night. Back to Monday night. I love this drop thing. It's fucking great.
That's not fair that you have access to it and I don't. I think I should have it too.
Well, you know what? Eventually, we need to get you a headset. We need to figure out where I've got a headset, you've got a headset, and we'll both come through because you're a little bit lower on it than me volume-wise. You know what I mean?
I know.
But all right, Twinkie tits. I haven't heard that in a long time. Twinkie tits. Oh man. You used to come on here. Oh, that's the tits, dude. That's the tits. You still say that? Still fucking use that, dude? That's the tits?
Yeah, because you said I'd never make it stick and make it a thing. I said, yeah, well, what?
That's the tits. It's terrible. We had a Divas match. It was Brie Bella.
Speaking of tits, nice segue.
Yeah, right? Brie Bella against Naomi. You know, they did the same thing that they did the previous week. They pulled the whole switch thing. Nikki Bella jumped in and picked up the pin. And then after it was over, you know, Cameron, who was on the outside, complained to the referee that, hey, listen, man, Brie was in the match and Nikki came in, and the ref wound up believing her. So he reverses the decision, and Naomi wins the match via DQ. And then when the Bella Twins came back, they all got into a brawl, and that was that, right? So eventually, we're gonna have a tag team match between the Bella Twins and the Funkadactyls. The Bella Twins and the Funkadactyls.
Can't wait.
Yeah, can't wait. Who said that, man? Somebody on the Jets, right? He's doing an interview. They still air the drop on ESPN all the time. Was it like Darrell Revis or somebody like that? Can't wait. He says to Sal Palantino. That's who, Bart Scott. That's who it was. 6 Foot Goods in the chat. He says, can't wait, to Sal Palantino, who was asking the question. All right, we had Team Whatever. Team Hell No attacked 3MB, who then attacked the Shield, right? The Shield, we came back from the break, and the Shield were already, you know, midway to the ring. And when they got there, they cut these promos, right? They cut this promo. Dean Ambrose is clearly the star, and they know that. You know, he gets the most mic time. He gets the important points.
Rollins is he's shining as well. I think all of them have their own different ways that they shine, but Ambrose, I think, has more main event characteristics.
Ambrose has got the voice. Ambrose has got that voice. It's almost like, it's almost like he smokes too many cigarettes, and he gets that voice. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about.
Like the Brian Pillman, fucking Steve Austin, when it sounds like they always need to clear the throat.
Dude, it's awesome. And not only that, bro, but like when he's on the microphone and he's cutting these promos, and then like I forgot my point. Seth Rollins is number 2, and then Roman Reigns. I mean, Roman Reigns only gets, you know, a couple things to say, but the majority of main points go to Ambrose. Not only that, but the point I was going to make was Dean Ambrose, even during the matches, man, where he screams out, like, you know, shit like, you know, you got nothing on us, shit like that. Just little things like that, man, add to the charisma of people, you know? I mean, just little things.
Well, he reminds me a lot of CM Punk with that kind of stuff. He's just creative during the match as well. But I say today he's supposed to win from the Shield, and we get the first real CM Punk Dean Ambrose feud. It's going to be great. Because, I mean, I remember seeing Punk fucking around with him in FCW about a year ago. I want to say maybe even a little more, and it was entertaining then. I couldn't imagine now, let alone a year from now, when Ambrose is more seasoned within the WWE.
So what happened? 3MB eventually comes out and cuts the Shield off during the promo. And, you know, we had a beatdown. 3MB comes out, man, acting like real tough guys. Like, yeah, man, we're gonna take you guys out, da-da-da-da-da. And then Daniel Bryan and Kane eventually come down, and they chase off the Shield. And as 3MB is recovering, Team Hell No, you know, sets their sights on 3MB. And then I think it was Kane who hit a chokeslam on Heath Slater to end the segment. We had Ryback was backstage in a training room. John Cena is getting taped up for their match later tonight. It was the tag team match they had announced earlier in the show. He said, you know, Cena isn't ready to go against the Shield tonight, and eventually later in the show, Ryback wound up walking out, but then he showed up. You knew he was coming back in the main event segment. You know what I mean? So.
Ryback seems to be clearly turning heel and looking crazy, right? Like he's coming off as a heel more and more.
Yeah, but you know what though? They could easily turn him back to being a babyface. You know, it could happen real quick because
he's a monster that doesn't give a fuck about anybody.
Right.
Good guys or bad guys.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And not only that, but I mean, John Cena's a guy who is kind of half and half right now, 50-50 anyways. So even with Ryback acting as a heel right now, some people are going to treat him. It's almost like John Cena's got a 50-50 reaction and Ryback's got a 50-50 reaction because some people still view John Cena as a heel, and those same people are going to be the ones that no matter what Ryback does, they're still going to cheer him because he's beating up John Cena, who they feel is a heel. Uh-oh. I have to take this, bro. I got to take this. You got a Raw report up or no?
I don't have a Raw report up.
You better
I'll tell everybody how they can leave feedback during the commercial. Hurry up and do your thing.
All right.
Motherfucker take his phone call during the radio show. We're about to go to commercial in 3 minutes. He says, I gotta take this. Fucking retard. Anyways, if you want to leave feedback on that dumbass little comment that he just made, or anything else that happened in hour number one, and you want to address it in the rapid fire segment, you can do so by going to Facebook.com/RyanClarkWZR. In a couple minutes, I will have the post up, and we'll be asking your questions and comments, which we will address in hour number two in a rapid fire fashion. Yeah. Sugar System Chatham, that's not distracting at all. What do we got? Got my boss telling me what to do here. Alright. Oh, jeez. He wants me to continue talking about Raw, but I don't have a report.
That works out perfect, dude. Perfect. Yeah, just
call me in the morning time,
and then, or after you get out, and I'll be awake, dude. I get awake. I'm up at like 7 or 8 o'clock, so I'll be here, man.
Oh, this is interesting. Okay.
All right, sounds good, dude.
All right, sounds good, dude.
Yeah.
Where's this motherfucker at?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, even if it's 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, that's fine, man. Just give me a call and I'll be awake.
I wonder what he's talking about. Is anybody else curious? I'm dying to know what happens at 7 or 8 in the morning.
Thanks, man.
Later. I think we have a right to know, right? I mean.
Alrighty, yes, sir.
What happens, Ryan? What happens at 7 or 8 in the morning? I think we have a right to know.
What happens at 7 or 8:30 tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Oh, I got that was my buddy. He stopped over. He left his work clothes here earlier today and is gonna need those before he goes into work tomorrow. So I've got everything here, and I'm awake between 7 and 8 o'clock anyways. He doesn't have to be to work until 10, So I said, you can come over between 7 and 8 and pick them up. So it's kind of a lame story, but you want.
The story was a little more boring than I thought it was going to be. It's snowing outside. It's unbelievable. Save it.
Good.
This is nuts. Unbelievable. Crazy amounts of snow. And you see, crazy amounts of snow. Unbelievable. This is nuts.
You have a vagina!
That's the real story. You have a fucking vagina.
That's front page news.
Kapuya, kapuya. Oh, let's see here. All right, so where we leave off, Monday Night Raw. Oh, we've got to go to a commercial break here in just a second. Dolph Ziggler and Kofi Kingston. These guys had a real good match. Dolph Ziggler finally picked up a win, right? It's about time, man. Guy's been jobbing out week after week. And not only that, but Kofi Kingston, a lot of offense last night. I mean, Dolph Ziggler, world champion, they could have easily jobbed out Kofi Kingston here. And they didn't, man. I mean, they were given. I mean, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes had a lot of time for their match, and then Dolph Ziggler and Kofi Kingston also had a lot of time for their match. We had Dolph Ziggler, like I said, beat the United States champion Kofi Kingston. AJ and Biggie Langston got involved. Dolph, eventually wound up hitting the zigzag, basically a variation of the famouser from Billy Gunn. And then afterwards,
Matt Boone bench pressed more weight than Biggie Langston did in 2 seconds.
2 seconds, blah, 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 blah. After the match, Biggie Langston hit Kofi Kingston with his finisher 2 times. And then Dolph and his entourage with Biggie Langston and AJ Lee as they walked away, or it was the backstage segment actually. After the match, they came back from commercial break. Caitlyn and Natalya were backstage, and Caitlyn and AJ, did a little trash talking between each other. So looks like that storyline's going to continue. And then Caitlyn, a gift came up, a FedEx guy or something like that. By the way, check the FedEx logo. It's got that arrow. You know what I mean? You can see.
Right.
Yeah. But so somebody comes up and hands her a gift. It turns out to be a hat, and apparently she's got a secret admirer. So that's going to be our storyline here. Who's the secret admirer for Caitlyn? We had Team Bricky. Team Bricky was backstage. Ryback storms in. He said, Cena isn't going to leave Ryback alone to face the Shield. So Vicky makes it a 6-man tag team match with Team Hell No and Ryback against the Shield. Ryback refuses, doesn't want that match, and storms out, right? And then eventually wound up leaving the arena later in the show. So we're going to leave it right there. We're going to come back on the flip side. We are going to finish up Monday Night Raw. We're going to be taking your rapid fire questions. And did you just fart?
No.
What was that noise? It sounded like...
I would gladly tell you if I did. I don't know what the noise was.
All right, so we're going to come back on the flip side. We're going to finish up Monday Night Raw. Rapid fire. Tell them about the rapid fire, Matty
Well,
Boone.
I told him earlier when you took a phone call in the middle of the show, but I'll tell him again that if you want to participate in our rapid fire segment, which takes place in hour number of dose, you can log on to facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. Once you get to the top post, we'll ask you for your rapid fire questions or comments. Keep them brief, one line or less. We'll get those names we can, and we will answer them in a rapid fire fashion in hour number 2. Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR.
The post is up. It's the top post right now. Get them in early, man, because if you do it while we're taking the questions, it doesn't automatically refresh. So get all your questions, your jokes, whatever else you guys want to talk about. All right, now Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. Also get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com/chat. Alioth in the chat room. We're going to be taking live phone calls, no doubt. That's coming up in hour number 2. So rapid fire, live phone calls, whatever else you guys want to talk about. And we are going to finish up Monday Night Raw from last night. Only a couple more segments to go for that. You're listening to WZR Radio with Matt Boone and Ryan Clark. We'll be back right after... What are we going to do? Right after... Alright, go pee. We'll be back right after this. And we're back. WZR Radio here for our numero dos. Gonna finish up Monday Night Raw real quick. Whew, I'm out of breath, man. Had to run outside to my car. I didn't want to miss my cue to come back.
Your cue. You decide the cue, motherfucker. You don't want to miss your cue.
I decide the cue, but I only put up 2, pieces of music, 2 songs for the break. And I tried to run back here, and I got here right in time for the ending of Chavo Guerrero, his new TNA theme. Get to our live.
Is that what that was? People in the chat room hated it.
They don't like it, man. I love that theme song for Chavo. It's awesome, man. Get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com /chat, WZROnline.com/chat. Get in there, lots and lots of people as always. Hey, Dino UK in the chat room, good guy. He owns the radio show. What's the name of the radio show? We can do a little cross promotion for him, right? British Wrestling.
Wrestling Radio.
British Wrestling Radio, BWR. People in the chat room. He's got a radio show. He took a photo with Kevin Steen and God, who's the other guy? Johnny Gargano, right? I think that's who it was. Dragon Gate USA and Ring of Honor star. And he had a sign that said WZR Army and had Kevin Steen and Johnny pointing to it. So it's pretty cool, man. We appreciate you doing that. And then not only that,
he said in the chat room, he said if he had more time, he was going to have Kevin Steen record a clip that said he kicked my ass in 2 seconds.
That would have been awesome, man. That would have been awesome.
How fucking great would that have been for the drop?
Right.
I'd have Kevin Steen saying he'll kick my ass in 2 seconds.
That would have been crazy. And in addition to that, Ranjit, all right, this guy sends in a lot of news, and you guys have seen some of his stuff up on the website.
Basically got me suspended.
He, who? Ranjit did? He didn't get you suspended.
That's the shit you wanted up so bad, wasn't it?
Oh, the photos that he sent along. Yeah, I wanted them up, because I wait, some of the news needs to be accompanied by
you always hit me up on the weekend with that shit. You know damn well I'm busy on the weekend. What do you hit me up on the weekend?
Well, some of the news needs to be accompanied by a photo that goes along with it, like Seth Rollins, for example. He's got a smoking hot girlfriend, and I needed to wait to post the girlfriend tidbit until the gallery was up so that I could post the news bit along with the photo, because it equals more traffic.
It's not breaking news. What are you in a big rush to get the article? You could have saved this for a
no,
traffic was actually good.
No, but if I sent it on Friday and I asked you to do it on Saturday night for Sunday, and then Tuesday comes along and it finally gets posted, Monday evening, you could do it within like 24 hours. That's all I'm asking. I'm not saying urgent.
Tuesday comes along. You said, and then Tuesday comes along and it gets posted Monday evening.
Yeah.
Do you have a time machine with you on Tuesday, jackass? How do you Tuesday?
Hey, listen. It's not like I'm saying, hey, I got a photo. It's urgent. I need it up right now, dude. Please put this up right now, right? It's nothing like that. It's that I sent the photo on Friday and it finally gets put up on Monday. So for the entire weekend.
Yeah, and then Tuesday comes along and you realize it was posted on Monday.
It was posted on Monday. Congratulations, dude. But it also got sent to you on Friday.
Night. You got it up Monday in the afternoon.
Right.
I don't see what you're suspending.
Right. Tell him, Flame Style. The guy gets paid. The guy gets paid to do a job. It's your job, he says, right? And it is. So if I send it on Friday, I would say that if it gets sent on Friday and I tell you it's not really urgent, I would think that by Sunday it would be up. I give you 2 days, but when we get to like the 3rd and 4th day, it's like, damn, dude, I still got this news bit that I'm still waiting for a photo to be put up, but your lazy ass. And not only that, but tell these people how long it takes to honestly make one gallery. About a minute.
5 minutes.
About a minute tops to do one gallery. You got to save the photo, you upload it. It's all a script. It's right through WordPress. Everything's done. It takes about a minute to add a gallery. So get out of here with that bullshit.
2 seconds. The same amount of time it takes me to kick my fucking punk ass bitch ass.
Oh, that's a good one. Right on the fly there, buddy. That was good. Get the fuck out of here, dude. All right. So let's finish up Monday Night Raw, and then. God, you're such a bitch. You really
yeah.
are. I hate this.
What the fuck you calling me a bitch?
Ain't
nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Hey, speaking of bitches.
Just bring it,
bitch. It's awesome.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So let's finish up Monday Night Raw here, and then we'll move on. I see a lot of live phone calls coming in right now. We'll take those in just a couple minutes ago. a couple minutes ago. In a couple of minutes.
On Tuesday, I find out on Monday evening.
We had Jack Swagger and Zack Ryder. Hey, we've seen Zack Ryder on Raw the last couple of weeks, so at least he's getting a little bit of time.
Man needs a haircut. What's going on?
Well, I told you that, man. He's dropping the whole gimmick, man. Remember the YouTube thing that he did the previous week where he said, I can't do this anymore? He dropped the sunglasses and everything else, right? And I think he's growing the hair out. The thing that I noticed last night is he's growing the hair out in similar fashion to Jack Swagger and his hair. And then they had Jack Swagger against...
here we go.
No, they had Jack Swagger against Zack Ryder, and I had thought, when Ryder first came out, you know what? They may pull a swerve here and kind of...
What was your big conspiracy theory? Because it hit me as soon as I seen it. They posted about Cena getting injured during the European tour. But then he posted a tweet that said, banged up and all, injured or not, whatever, I'll still be at Monday Night Raw.
Right. You didn't... Wait a minute.
Where's your big conspiracy theory about, he's taking a shot at The Rock when he says that because The Rock was
all right,
Raw.
But wait a minute. Was that not... Okay, wait a minute. I put this up on the website.
Did you really say that? I was just guessing. That something you would say.
Get out of here. You got me on Facebook. You know damn well I put it up.
I swear to God, I have not seen anything on your Facebook.
You are full of shit.
I haven't been online.
You are full of shit. But anyway, so I put this up. You know you're full of shit. You know damn well you read that shit.
I swear to God, I have not. I swear to God, as I was watching it, I said, I bet Ryan connects this tweet that Cena just tweeted to The Rock missing Raw because he was injured. I guarantee you.
Oh, you're full of bullshit. But anyways, I asked the people on the website. I specifically said we may be looking too far into this or too much into this, but do you feel that that's kind of a subtle shot at The Rock as he was injured? John Cena was injured, but he sent out a tweet that said, injured or not, I'm still going. I wouldn't miss Monday Night Raw. And I had just thought to myself that The Rock was injured and chose to miss Monday Night Raw when he was scheduled to be there. John Cena came out and was injured, but basically made it a point to say I would not, that being injured or not, I would not miss Monday Night Raw. You don't think that that's a subtle shot at The Rock? Not even a little bit?
I didn't say that it wasn't. It might have been a very direct shot at The Rock. I mean, who knows? But I just knew when I saw it. I said, I guarantee you, because I was watching it today. I remember, not last night. So I'm watching it earlier today, and I'm watching it thinking about the radio show the whole time. Yeah. What's Ryan going to say? What's he going to focus on? This and that. When I saw that tweet, I said, I guarantee you, we get a Clark conspiracy rant. Some point during the show where he says, I guarantee you he's taking a shot at The Rock when he says that.
Not guarantee, but I think it was subtle, and I think there was a reason behind it. You know what I mean? When I saw the tweet, I said, you know what, he's taking a little bit of a shot at The Rock here. But anyways, so Zack Ryder, obviously you knew he was going to wind up losing to Jack Swagger. That's exactly what happened. And then after it was over, Ryder just completely got destroyed. Well, JBL mocked him on commentary. Yeah. We had Mark Henry came out. He spoke. He said he was backstage and he demanded 2 opponents from Vicky Guerrero, and they turned out to be for a tug-of-war contest. Yeah, he was out there with a rope, and he said, I demanded 2 opponents from Vicky Guerrero. So, Sweet Tea comes out first, right, Tenzai, and then Brodus Clay comes out, and they have a big old tug-of-war contest. Sweet Tea winds up losing, and then Brodus Clay, is about to step over the line and lose, and he lets go of the rope, and Henry falls backwards. Henry fell back, you know what I mean? Classic WWE, that's just hilarious. He let go of the rope and, Mark Henry falls on his ass. So, after it's over, Sheamus, who is a third opponent, I guess, comes out, and he wants a shot at the rope. Or you know what? It wasn't Brodus Clay who did it. It was actually Sheamus that let go of the rope, and not Brodus Clay. My bad. Brodus Clay and Sweet Tea both wound up losing, and then Sheamus came out, and he's the one that let go of the rope. So there you go. You knew that nobody was gonna. You knew that nobody was gonna beat him. I mean, Mark Henry, the whole gimmick. It's not really a gimmick. It's actually kind of real life, or it used to be real life. world's strongest man. You know what I mean? So you knew that they weren't gonna have anybody go over Mark Henry clean. You know?
Well, straight up and down, me and Mark Henry in a tug of war. I'll give you that in 2 seconds. That's a known fact.
Blah, 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 blah.
That's real life.
Blah, blah. Is it real life? Yeah, right, dude. You get in front of Mark Henry and you bitch out like a little punk. You know it,
I say,
dude.
Mark Henry, I will fight you right where you're staying. No, hell yeah. I kick his ass in 2 seconds.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. This fucking guy. Unbelievable. All right, we had Del Rio against Antonio Cesaro. Cesaro obviously in the doghouse. You know, we've been putting that up in recent weeks. Vince McMahon's just soured on him. He got snubbed at WrestleMania, and they wound up taking the title off of him, the U.S. title as well. They did give him some time here, man. I thought that Del Rio was just basically going to go out there and destroy him. But it went, 10, 15 minutes? Right?
It went a while. It seemed like a decent length for a TV match. Or TV, yeah, that's for sure.
We had Del Rio locked in the armbar and picked up the win there. Then we had a dance-off. It was Fandango. Just wait a couple of minutes on phone calls, guys. I see a lot of you guys calling in. We'll pick up in just a couple minutes. We got about 40 more minutes before we got to get out of here, and we'll take care of you. We're also going to have main event and SmackDown spoilers for you guys here, just a little bit as well. And rapid fire, yeah. Fandango and Kali, it was a dance contest or a dance-off, you know. Jerry Lawler was in there as the MC, if you will.
A dance better than them both in 2 seconds.
Blah 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 blah. We had Fandango. You're gonna overuse that, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's about
I know.
That's why I keep trying to kind of no sell it and move on so that you don't play it out. We can't play it out, you know.
Listen, don't be covering my fucking catchphrases, scumbag. Just let me do my thing.
Yeah, let you do your thing fucking 20 times in one night, and then everybody's like, all right, dude. All right, we had so Fandango winds up losing the dance contest, and he's upset about that. And
Where's the music at?
attacks where's Fandango? I need to download Fandango's
I
music.
thought you had it.
No, I've got the
No. Where's the theme music? Yeah, one week queued up. You're hitting it every couple seconds.
it's not on the I don't think it's on.
Go get it, motherfucker. What are we, your producer?
Well, I'm trying, you know what I'm saying, bro? I gotta
Oh, for it. You got that music. What happened to all this Fandango? Hey.
Get out of here with that shit, dude.
Yeah.
So Fandango's all pissed off, and he attacks Kali, right? And then grabs the microphone and says it's Fandango. And that was that. It was the end of a dance-off. And then the main event, it was the tag team match, right? John Cena and Team Hell No against the Shield. It was originally supposed to be a Ryback, but he wound up walking out. So, you know, I mean, the Shield is still undefeated. And by the way, they gave this about 15 minutes on Raw last night. Every single match that the Shield has been in on WWE, whether it be on Raw, SmackDown, or a pay-per-view, they've been excellent, man. Any of the Shield matches have been great, and last night on Raw was another really good match. Not only that, but Dean Ambrose, you know, I mean, you can clearly tell that they see him as the star of the group. I mean, Ambrose got a match with The Undertaker last week on SmackDown, and how fitting that they're going to have him against Kane this week, right? The Undertaker one week, and then Kane the following week. So
yeah,
but
he's always standing in the middle when they're in the group, and he's always the lead. He's the leader of the group for sure.
Right, exactly. So Shield remains undefeated, and then after it was over, Ryback came out in street clothes and arrived on stage, stared down John Cena, and that pretty much closed the show. It was John Cena and Ryback in a stare down. So it was not a very good Monday Night Raw. I mean, there was some great matches with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, Kofi Kingston and Kofi and who?
Ziggler.
And Ziggler and the main event. So 3 really good matches on Raw, but overall it was not a very great show. All right, we're gonna do rapid fire and phone calls. We're gonna mix it up here. You got any final thoughts on Raw from last night?
I have one final thought about Raw, and it is exactly 6 days, I believe, before Mayweather Guerrero this Saturday. What do you think, man? First fucking Showtime pay-per-view, Showtime effort. No more Mayweather on HBO. Gonna be different announcers. It's gonna feel different.
Tom Sykes dominated the race for the third World Superbike Championship round in the Netherlands. The Kawasaki Racing team rider pulled away from the chasing pack in the opening laps and couldn't be caught. The Englishman finished ahead of Honda's Jonathan Ray, and Priapare, Sylvain Guintoli and Eugene Laverty were third and fourth.
You don't hear
it was Sykes' 6th win of his career and his first of 2013.
Right. You're right, until the trumpet comes on, dude. So you just keep talking and talking and talking as people in the chat room are just dying laughing, and then eventually the trumpet ruins it, dude, because you're like, you motherfucker every time. But no, you're right. Mayweather's coming up. This is gonna be his first fight with Showtime, right? And that's a big fight, man. People don't realize Guerrero is no joke, you know.
Mayweather's looking less and less each fight. The same way Pacquiao started looking. He would a little bit less each fight. And next thing you know, he's losing close decisions, even though he got robbed. And then he's winning close decisions, even though he should have lost them. And then he's getting knocked out. Mayweather is losing a little bit each fight too, I think. And I think it's a matter of time before somebody catches up with him.
Do you
Especially
think
when he's had his personal life and scrambled the way it has been?
Do you think Guerrero has any chance at all of taking this?
No.
No chance.
I don't see anybody beating Mayweather, honestly. I don't see anybody who has the skill set. But it's just a matter of when does Mayweather beat himself and make a mistake that's too big of a mistake to make against these top guys.
Boy, I gotta tell you, people call nonstop. You know what we should do? We're not gonna take phone calls until I say, all right, we're gonna open it up for live phone calls. So, I mean, you guys can call all you want right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can call nonstop, but there's got to come a point where we say, all right, we're gonna open it up for live phone calls right now. So, let me say this clear. So right now, we're not gonna take any live phone calls. But if you give us like 5 minutes from right now, we're gonna take care of you. We're gonna open it up for live phone calls, and then we can get. I just don't want people,
What's that?
No, I don't want people. What are you talking about, me?
Some big weird noise. I don't know what it was.
No, I'm saying, like, I just don't want people, because people call over and over and over, right? If they don't get through the first time, they hang up and they hit the redial. And I just don't want you guys to waste your time by, calling and then hanging up, calling and then hanging up. Like, what the fuck? Like, what?
New WZR rule implemented.
Well,
that rule states if you call in more than once, I kick your ass in 2 seconds.
No, I don't want you guys to waste your time and be like, yo, what the fuck? Why are they answering my calls? What's the deal? You know what I mean? So, just give us like 5 minutes. We'll do. All right, I'll tell you what. Right now, we'll open it up for live phone calls because we're through Monday Night Raw from last night. You can get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com /chat, WZROnline.com/chat. So we'll open it up right now for live phone calls, and then we will mix that up with the rapid fire segment. If you guys don't get through the first time, we only have one open phone line, so just keep calling back. Now is the time to keep calling back, and we'll try to get to each and every one of you guys at some point tonight. Caller, you're live on WZR. What's up?
Hey, I wanted to ask you
I heard you were mentioning before about Dolph Ziggler's how he's more offensive tonight on Raw.
Tonight, last night.
Or last night, yeah.
He was, yeah. I mean, they gave him, you know, in the match with Kofi Kingston, it was actually Kofi Kingston that was, you know, got a lot more offense than I expected. I mean, Dolph Ziggler has been jobbed out in recent weeks. Despite winning the world title, he's still been losing matches. And, you know, I mean, we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Hopefully, it's not a short title reign where they take it off him at Extreme Rules with Swagger and Del Rio in the match. You know, I mean, hopefully they give Ziggler a decent run, but it doesn't seem like, I mean, it just doesn't seem like Dolph Ziggler is at that main event level right now. I mean, they're putting him in matches with people like Kofi Kingston, who's a mid-card guy. He's not in the main event picture, you know? It's kind of a weird title reign with him, you know?
Well,
I mean, I see him.
What interests me most is, you know, if Boone can post a gallery in 2 seconds, you probably kick your ass at 1.9.
Oh,
that's a true story too. 1.9 seconds.
So wait a minute, dude. You're gonna call up, right? And you're gonna ask about Ziggler and offense and everything else, and you're gonna make me go on this long rant about Extreme Rules and everything else, and then that's the punchline, bro?
Well, listen. When he's talking about all this,
I'm not asking you.
Cheesy, but what do you call cheese that isn't yours?
Nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese.
Yeah.
Nacho cheese.
Yeah. So, anyways, I wasn't asking you, Boone. So you just sit there and shut that mouth for a second.
Don't be so shellfish, you asshole, because he was talking to me directly. So I'm allowed to answer.
Now, so that was your punchline, bro? That was your whole build up, and then that's the punchline?
You're gonna have to speak
you motherfucker.
I only speak to Boone directly.
Oh, man.
Yeah, exactly.
This motherfucker. All right, dude. Try calling back, you cocksucker. I'm gonna remember this number. I'm gonna remember that number.
You scare the callers off, and then nobody's gonna want to call in. Wah, 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 blah, blah. Nobody.
That's not. He got me pretty good right there. That was pretty good. I gotta give him credit, man.
He asked you a legitimate question, let you babble on like you knew you would. You're a mark. And then he waited for you to finish babbling, and then he said, yo,
I like that.
Kick your motherfucking no-good ass in 1.9 seconds.
I like that.
True story.
That was good. That was good. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, Matt and Ryan, how are you guys? I have a question. First of all, what's the status of RVD and Batista? And second, do you see possibly CM Punk coming back for Money in the Bank? I know you guys said SummerSlam, but I mean, Money in the Bank at this point, I mean, you could call it the big five with that one. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks for the call, buddy. I appreciate it. We'll talk about the second question first about CM Punk. The deal.
Smell like poop.
Huh?
Oh, I was just singing my new song. Farts that smell like poop. What a shitty caller, dude. Fucking nerd. Just another thing.
First of all, that was not a shitty caller, and it wasn't. He didn't sound like a nerdy caller at all. He sounded like a normal person that called up and asked two very good questions. To be honest with you, he first.
That smell like poop. You son of a bitch.
First of all, he asked about why don't you answer the man's question instead of ragging on him, because he seemed like a decent guy. He seemed like a decent caller, and he had two good questions. So he wants to know first of all about CM Punk maybe coming back at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, right? And I don't. The deal with CM Punk is this. There was a blow-up a couple of weeks ago with the WWE creative team where he was frustrated, and a lot of people attributed that to him being burnt out. Been on the road, working house shows and everything else, and he had planned to take some time off as of a couple of months ago. And following WrestleMania, the plan all along, I can tell you're starting to get drunk. The plan all along was for him to take time off from WWE. how long that lasts. I mean, we've got The Undertaker, who went on the European tour just due to the fact that CM Punk was going to be out of action, so they needed a replacement for him. So that's part of the reason that he was on the European tour. As of right now, I mean, Money in the Bank is a possibility. Other people, nobody really knows for sure right now. I mean, the John Cena injury doesn't appear to be that serious, but I mean, if you're going to have The Undertaker leaving again, which he's going to be, and the hope is Taker's going to, the hope is, would you stop, man? The hope is that Taker is going to be working a match at SummerSlam. Dude, what is wrong with you?
I don't have a Jeopardy theme song. I'm sorry.
All right. So the plan as of right now is for CM Punk to be back before the SummerSlam pay-per-view. So that is the answer to the first question. And then the second question is Batista and Rob Van Dam. Batista is, sent out a tweet yesterday basically teasing that, he was, something big was going to happen, that he was going to appear live somewhere, or something along those lines. What that means could mean anything, to be honest with you guys. Could mean that, he's coming back to WWE. There have been talks with Batista as of late. Are you done yet? Listen, check this out.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute your ass for right now until I can answer this guy's question. We're going to mute you. How do I mute?
Well, give
There.
me a bar with
There.
the
Now,
theme song on it, and
no,
then
nobody
it'll
can.
be easier.
Nobody. See,
That's allowed.
I can still hear you, but nobody can hear you talking right now. So, anyways, as far as Batista, yeah, he sent out that tweet. Hold on one second. See, you can't hear me. You can't hear me if I put you on mute, motherfucker. Sometimes I just gotta put you on mute. So listen, he's got legitimate questions. We're gonna get these same questions in the rapid fire about Batista and Rob Van Dam coming back to WWE. So you know some about this. So, I'm trying to answer the dude's question, man. Be cool for a minute.
I was trying to answer a question earlier when it was Jeopardy horns blasting in my ear. It was funny then, I think.
Alright, so, yeah, but the farting noise, dude, I mean, the first time it was alright, dude, but, like, the fourth time when I'm trying to fucking answer the dude's question, come on, bro, come on. Batista coming back to WWE. There's... Boom. Alright, bro. Talk about Batista.
I don't know. I have no update on Batista. I know he's jacked. We put pictures up the other day, but I don't know if he's coming back anytime soon or not. That would be a question you should answer.
All right. He sent out a tweet yesterday that basically said that something big was going to happen, that he was going to appear live somewhere, and there's been recent talks with WWE about him possibly coming back. He wants a lot more money than they are willing to give him. So... unless he comes way down in his current offer, they are not gonna, they're not gonna wind up signing him. But I think he will. I think eventually he is gonna come down, and we're probably gonna see Batista back. He's not really doing. He recently closed down a gym that he had owned down in Florida. The MMA thing really didn't work out for him, so he's not doing much right now, but it's going to be a case of he wants like a Brock Lesnar type deal where if he comes back, he doesn't want to work all the house shows. He doesn't want to go overseas. He doesn't want to go on long tours. And, how many people can you do that with? And then Rob Van Dam, TNA obviously still wants him back. WWE, no deal had been signed as of just a couple of weeks ago, so... we'll see what happens, man. Rob's been kind of teasing, a return somewhere, whether it be WWE or TNA. It's not retired or anything like that. So that is where we stand. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Ryan Clark.
John
Clark here.
Yes.
Why is it that you have that boo-hoo Boone as your side chick? That man's so dumb, I can the IQ from the hole between his teeth.
Oh, Boone, go ahead, dude.
Am I really supposed to even come on? I don't know why you have that dumb son bitch booing there your sidekick in first goddamn time. To be quite honestly. Get the fuck out of here. Is that like a plant you have every week call in and talk shit?
He's still on the phone. You talk to him, brother.
Yeah, you call, motherfucker. Your breath smells like dog shit. You need to take one of them goddamn lifesavers before you talk to me. You hear me talking, cowboy? Cowgirl?
Oh, he hung up, dude. He hung up.
Right.
Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. Turn those speakers down. Turn those speakers down. Turn those speakers down. Turn those speakers down. All right, you ain't gonna turn the speakers down? Peace. Caller, what's up?
Hey, buddy, I got another joke for you.
Yep.
What did the blanket say to the bed?
What'd the blanket say to the bed?
Yeah, sorry. I got you covered.
I got you covered. Get out of here. All right, caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Matt? What's going on, Ryan?
I was doing great until Boone pissed me off just a couple of minutes ago, but we're good. Wah. What up?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, so question about, first off, yeah, Raw did suck. But I don't know how you guys feel about the whole Brock Lesnar and Triple H thing. It's like Brock keep on TV one week, and then, I mean, it's so annoying. They show the packages every week, but they're never there. It's like, if you're going to bring Brock back, you know, I want to see him. Like, he's the one guy on TV every week, but then it's like Triple H will come out, but they're never there face-to-face. Like, what do you guys think? Do you guys feel the same way, that it's just annoying, like, as a fan, with them never being there together at the same time?
It is kind of weird, man. I mean, you knew that was coming, though, you know, Boone, where they signed Brock Lesnar to that new 2-year deal, but he's got very limited amounts of dates, you know what I mean, for large amounts of money. So they're only going to use him, like, for a pay-per-view match and then a couple of Raws leading into the pay-per-view, you know? It's one of those deals where he's got them, man. I mean, Brock's got them, and making millions of dollars in the process, you know? You gonna no-sell me?
Who, me?
Yeah, you. I'm asking you a question.
I'm gonna no-sell you a little bit, motherfucker, yeah. You pissed before, this motherfucker pissed me off a few minutes ago. And talk to your marks.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, Ryan and Matt, how are you guys doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. I just wanted to let you guys talk about this. I'm surprised it hasn't been mentioned yet. It's been pretty big news of yesterday that Jason Collins in the NBA came out as openly gay, the first active male athlete to do that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that?
You know, I mean,
he's the first active male athlete to ever come out gay? That can't be right.
No, it is, man. It is. A lot of people have, you know, kept it. I mean, basically, here's the thing, man. Anybody that comes out, especially in sports, with locker rooms the way that they are, there's going to be a lot of jokes and things like that, especially in the NFL with NFL locker rooms. And this is an active player, Jason Williams, who came out yesterday and said that, you know, he had held this back for a long time because he didn't want his teammates or everybody else, you know, making, you know, poking fun and making jokes about him. He came out, and I think he is going to pretty much be the leader. And I think now that the amount of support that he got yesterday from Kobe Bryant, got a call from President Obama, pretty much everybody and anybody except for Mike Wallace of the Pittsburgh Steelers came out yesterday and kind of had an odd tweet related to it, but everybody supported his decision to come out, and I think a lot of people are going to follow his lead, and you're going to see more and more athletes that are gay. They're going to come out and probably, you know, follow suit. You know, the thing here is you need one guy to come out and do it, and then look at the response and the reaction that he gets. And it was almost all positive, so I think a lot of other people are going to follow suit, but we'll see what happens. Callie, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, what's happening? One quick question. Since you guys have been mentioning fighters like Brock Lesnar and Batista, MMA fighters, and what's the update on Bobby, I guess, out in round one, Stefan Ferguson in round one, Lashley?
Bobby Lashley?
Yeah, who gassed out 25 seconds in the round one. What happened? I haven't heard that from him in a while. What happened to him?
Boone, when did Bobby Lashley last fight?
Shit, it's been, I would say a couple months at least. He hasn't fought in a while, and he hasn't had any, I don't know. The basic answer to the question is you'll never hear another peep about Bobby Lashley. You'll never hear another peep about Brock Lesnar. None of these guys. Batista, the wrestlers doing MMA, that phase is kind of past, and it'll be a while before that.
See, I thought that Bobby Lashley was gonna do all right in MMA. You know, he trains in a gym out in, I think, Colorado Springs, Colorado, which is kind of where he's from. He's from Denver, but Colorado Springs is about an hour away. You know, and he had a great gym out there that he was training. I don't know who runs that gym out in Colorado Springs, but a lot of MMA fighters train there. And you know he's a beast. You know Lashley's a beast. He's got great wrestling skills.
But he doesn't have the same type of wrestling skills as Lesnar, and his frame is it's all wrong for him. All those muscles need oxygen to breathe.
Right.
So he's always gonna be the kind of guy that gasses if he doesn't knock you out in the first 2 minutes. Brock Lesnar was a legit athlete, still in his prime, still in shape, still young, still competitively athletic. I mean, he was trying out for NFL teams and making the last cuts and all this and that. So he was still an athlete. You know, Lashley's over the hill. He's blown up. You know, he's just a gassed up freak.
I think Lesnar would have done fine if it wasn't for the weak chin that he had. You know what I mean? I mean, that was his only problem.
And his tendency not to want to get hit. That cursed him. The day we realize that he's a coward when it comes to punches is the day we realize he's not going to have a very bright future in MMA past a certain point.
Yeah. All right. Let's mix it up. We're gonna do rapid fire questions right now. You guys can continue to call us up live as well. 518-712-3070. 518-712-3070. Here we go. Rapid fire. Kyle Brooks, can you play this? It gets me hippity homed up. Boone's gonna like this. I'll play this. Yeah, buddy.
UFC.
You know what? I just X'd off the pad. Fuck that up big time. Alright, we'll start over. Here we go. Kyle Brooks, can you play this? It gets me hippity homed up. Yeah, buddy. You know that whenever UFC comes on for a pay-per-view, dude, I blast it, bro. I tell everybody in the house that's here, I say, just for the opening theme, I'm gonna blast this. So you guys gotta bear with me. You know what I mean?
We always used to do that. Remember?
Yeah,
That would be our move. Like, one of us would be in one room, the other would be in the other, like halfway across the house, and we'd hear the fucking theme song playing, and the other guy would just go, "Hey!"
Yeah, man.
Across the house.
It was too, dude. And then the very end where it's like ripping me into pieces or something like that. You know?
We do another one. Hey!
Yeah, no, it's awesome, man. It really is awesome. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, I was just wondering what the deal is with all the tension between Boone and Ryan tonight.
There is.
You guys are having a lot of tension tonight.
I can zero it down. I fucked up for work a lot, so he got pissed and had to announce that I was suspended on the air, and he had fun with that. Then I decided to drink tonight to try and perform better, and it turns out as about 20 minutes are left in the show, I'm getting to the point where I'm annoying drunk.
Yes.
And he's not handling that too well. That's pretty much it.
That's what it is too. But you know what? Here's what a lot of these people that have listened to us for years and years and years, you guys know this, that I fucking hate Boone, right? And he fucking hates me right back. But I love him like a brother. You know what I mean, dude? Where we bitch and we bicker and we go back and forth and we argue all the time, right? I mean, this happens off the radio. We argue fucking nonstop. But when it all comes down to it, it makes for great radio, and we get along offline. You know, it's like a love.
I say you worded it backwards, because the wording I would use is, I love this guy to death, but he gets on my fucking nerves sometimes. Not, I hate this fucking guy, but we do. You know what I mean? I love him to death, but man, he's a fucking annoying as shit. He's stubborn as fuck sometimes. You know, there's these qualities. What the fuck?
It's like a love-hate relationship where, man, this guy annoys the fuck out of me, but God, I love him like a brother. You know, it's the same thing, man. It's the same thing, and it makes for good radio because we come on here and we go back and forth and we argue and I hate you and blah 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 blah. But when we go off air, it's the same exact thing. It's the same thing that you guys hear on here off air. Even when I call them up on my cell phone and we're not on the radio, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it could be like Thursday at 4:18 p.m. and you can call me up. Hey, you motherfucker, it sounds exactly the same as the rest.
That's what it is. I'll call them up. I'll say hello, or I'll say what's up, you fucking asshole, or something like. That's how he answers the telephone.
Usually I'll answer like, what the fuck do you want, man? No, what do you want? Oh, geez.
What?
God, what do you want?
I call him up. What, dude? What?
That's it. That's what I do. I said, what?
Yeah.
The fuck you want, dude?
He's a cocksucker, man. He's just a big fucking real-life cocksucker. Brady Askland, Boone smokes fake weed. What is spice that you're smoking? What is it?
It's the cause of that cough, first and foremost. But it's basically fake weed, as best I can explain it. I mean, it was popular a couple of years ago, and then kids started hallucinating off of it. I think one kid swore to ate another kid's face off or something because of it, but it's just fake weed.
Master Kennedy in the chat room. Spice used to be a porn channel. I remember that shit, man. The Spice channel.
Yeah, I did too. That's right. Spice, it was a pay-per-view channel. Yeah.
So you can buy Spice in a store, or you got to get it off.
Well. You used to be able to. You used to be able to buy it openly in the store. Now you have to buy it in the store still. I mean, unless you have some friends that sell it, which we do. But the people the only stores that'll sell it are like the mom and pop shops with the Hajis and shit. And you gotta have that code talk, hey,
yeah.
You got a bag of that OMG or because they got different names.
Right. Why don't you just buy regular pot though? I mean, isn't it kind of a waste of money to?
Pot makes me it reduces my ambition.
Oh.
It makes me lazy as fuck, which
all right.
I don't need any more. I don't need any more laziness than I already got. So.
Ian Jones, WZR Radio 2 times a week, or the Army will riot. We've always thought about doing a second show, but then when it comes down to it, we're like, man, it's like another day where you gotta come on here and you gotta do it, you know.
It's always been a situation where if we could just be living our day, it could be Wednesday at 6:13 p.m. And I could be like, hey, dude, I'm kind of in the mood to do a show. If that was the way we had to set up, I think our shows would be a lot better. Because a lot of the time, every Tuesday, for example, at some point during the day, I'll be like, oh, fuck, I got to do a radio show in 2 hours, or I got to do a radio show in 3 hours, whatever it is. And I won't be able to force myself into an entertaining, good mood.
Right.
But there'll be many times throughout the week where I'm just in a fucking fantastic mood. I'm like, why couldn't we be doing a radio show right now? Because I would fucking tear shit to shreds if we were doing it right now. We gotta wait till I'm grumpy and tired.
Stephen Graveic, the man behind the nacho cheese joke, right? Do you think Owen Hart will be inducted into the 2014 WWE Hall of Fame, considering the lawsuit is now over? It all depends. We got that question last week. It all depends on Martha Hart and what she wants to do. I mean, just because the lawsuit's over doesn't necessarily mean that Owen's going to be in the Hall of Fame. She would still need to agree to that. Do you think yes or no? Owen Hart, Hall of Fame.
I would say next year. Is that what we're talking about?
He says 2014 Hall of Fame.
Yeah, next year. No, I don't think so.
But I would say eventually. Maybe. Justin Nestor, Ryan, you took your tip last week, and I took your tip last week, and I kept on having sex. And the big news, my man, my girlfriend is pregnant. That a boy? There you go. He's gonna be a daddy.
What did I miss last week? What the fuck?
He asked me last week about if the condom were to break. I think that's who we're talking about. If the condom were to break, what do you do? And I'm guessing that the condom might have broke, and the girlfriend is now pregnant. So Justin Nestor is going to be a daddy. Congratulations, bro. Glenn Tyler Delavere, tell that sellout Boone to stop toking up during the show. Stop toking up during the show, Boone.
I'll never stop toking up during the show. Believe me. You'd rather be toking up than some shit I used to do.
Everett Austin III, what is Vince's problem with Cesaro? A lot of people are wondering the same thing. All we know is Vince McMahon recently soured on Antonio Cesaro. They took the title off of him. They snubbed him at WrestleMania, and a lot of people are wondering why exactly that happened. Could just be a case of Vince McMahon doesn't feel that he's over with the audience enough, and they've stopped the push. Jason Parker, hey man, I'm new to your websites. Saw the WZR ad and I'm hooked, man. Great news and updates, no questions. No doubt. Saw the WZR ads. So, the ones that are on the telephone poles? That's awesome, man.
Oh, yeah. I put those pictures up yesterday.
That's awesome, dude. Welcome to the websites, first of all. Thanks for listening to the show. That's awesome, man. For those unaware, Ranjit made a thing. You know, like when you see some stuff on like telephone poles and things like that.
I'll give a good example. It's like if you want to learn guitar lessons for free, they'll have like little pieces of paper you could pull, and like you call the number, and
right.
Hey, I teach guitar for a living. Blah blah blah. We had one of those for WZR.
Yep, you can see the photos. It's WZROnline.com/photos. Boom, put the photos up. Let's see. So, welcome to the websites, Jason. Appreciate it, man. Nardog JG. Why don't elephants swim in public? Because they're afraid to lose their trunks. Ah! I like it.
Oh, jeez. That's a bad one. I don't like that one.
Christopher Brown, with regards to this whole Caitlyn Secret Admirer storyline, what are the odds of WWE Creative using it as a vehicle to bring someone like Ted DiBiase back on TV? It's very possible, man. They're going to play this up over the next couple of weeks. Secret Admirer, who is it? Probably going to send more gifts, and it's going to get complicated here in the coming weeks. Tycho RC Kuderek, since Chris Jericho came in for a few months after Owen Hart's passing, do you think that he kind of filled that void a little? That Owen left? Even though they were very different, they both had some similarities along with their mischief-type heel characters.
I mean, they're both Canadian, blonde-headed, high-flying wrestlers who are good technical wrestlers and entertaining people and like to smile and have fun, but other than that, I mean, that sounds like a lot of similarities now that I list them, but other than that, yeah, I mean, you could name them. Anybody could be like Owen in that respect. Jason
McGee, question for Boone. Why can't you kick Ryan Clark's ass in 2 seconds, pussy?
I can. I mean, very easily, and I have. Very easily, so, yeah.
Brock Flucker, what do you think of EJ Manuel going in the first round? I think if he starts this year, he will be as good as RG3 last year. Also, nice job on the PWS plug without me or Mac even having to tell you. You're getting the hang of it. PWSforums.com, best wrestling forum on the internet. And EJ Manuel, I thought they picked him early, as he still would have been there. But they did their research, and I mean, I think Cobb is still going to be our starter, but they're going to groom this guy to be, something in the future. So we'll see, man. I don't know much about him, but he was great in college. So we'll see what happens. Glenn Tyler DeVellier, why do you not turn your phone off during WZR? Rude. Well, I never know if somebody's going to text in news or if an important phone call is going to come. I gotta have it on. I could mute it. You're right. I could absolutely mute it. I'm sorry. Ian Jones, Matt Boone, next opponents for GSP and John Jones.
Next opponent for GSP is Johnny Hendricks. Next opponent for John Jones would be a toss-up. I don't know. Maybe Anderson Silva. We'll see. We'll see what happens with all that first.
Anthony Meese, do you have any idea on when Christian is returning? No, but he's been cleared to return, so it's going to be sooner than later. As of last word, WWE Creative was just waiting for something to put him in, storyline angle, and he'll be back sooner than later. He's ready to go. Jason McGee, what's the deal? Ryback going to be with Jack Swagger? No, Ryback's going to be singles. Jack Swagger's going to be singles. Jack's going to stay with Zeb Coulter for the time being. Ian Jones, Ryan, can you describe to the Army what it feels like to have Boone's 7.5 inches in your mouth? I cannot, because I've never had Boone's 7.5 inches in my mouth. Edudo Phoenix, what's up with Batista lately? Chris Sabin returns this Thursday, though. He's expected to change his style. He still should be worth watching, though. Chris Sabin, always a great worker. What's up with Batista? We talked about that earlier. Wants a lot of money from WWE. I think eventually you're going to see him back in WWE. Vincent Nugent, what do you guys think about how WWE is doing with Zack Ryder's character? Will he potentially join Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter's faction stable? If so, will it be interesting? I thought that too, man. With the haircut, Zack Ryder growing the hair out similar to, Jack Swagger, but I mean, they did the beatdown last night. Maybe Zack Ryder could come out in the coming weeks and say, "Oh, you beat my ass, dude. I respect that," something like that, and then join the stable. But I don't know. We'll see. I think Zack Ryder is probably just going to be the same old Zack Ryder that we're used to seeing. By the way, now that the European tour is over, if WWE is going to do spring cuts, they usually happen after the TV tapings following WrestleMania and the European tour. That would mean like later this week or next week or the week after. It would happen probably within the next month for major WWE spring cleaning. Larry Smith, this is not WWE related, but who do you think will win the Stanley Cup? And now a WWE, I don't follow hockey, neither does Boone. We have no idea. And here we go again. WWE related question. Is there already a fourth member of the Shield, and why has he or she not shown up yet? There is no fourth member of the Shield. There isn't one. WWE teased it in a storyline on WWE.com, in an article on WWE.com. There's not going to be a fourth member right now. I mean, they're a brand new group. They just came into WWE. They're trying to establish the three of them as an undefeated, the three of them are undefeated. It works out perfect with three members. They just came in just a couple of months ago. Why add a fourth member already? Doesn't make sense, Rob Saval, have you heard any backstage news on why Punker doesn't have red admin status? I emailed about that last week, homie. Why Punker doesn't have red admin status?
It's chat shit.
Oh, moderate. Yeah, I'll set you back. Remind me. Send me another email tonight after we go off the air, and I'll put the admin thing back for you. Rebecca Narcisco, all you Canadian fans out there, the score will show Raw at 8 p.m. now and not 8:15. No more delay. There you go, Canadian fans. No more delay for Raw. Tim Krieger, do you think Fandango would be as over as he is if it weren't for the international crowd at the post-Mania Raw? Probably not, man. Probably not. I mean, Boone, you agree with that, right? That's really what got him over. All right, Vincent Nugent, Ryan, smoking that spice. Ryan, what were your overall thoughts on the boxing events on HBO this past weekend? Awesome fights, dude. They were great. All of them, man. Every fight, boxing and UFC, were both great this past Saturday night. Joe Rex, hi Ryan, do you think they will unify the titles anymore soon? Having two titles in one company is a bit much, considering there's no brand split anymore. No. They're going to keep both titles for right now. I mean, it's basically for house shows, man. Although the brand split has kind of ended on WWE television on Raw and SmackDown, they still do Raw. They still do run Raw shows and SmackDown house shows separate as brands, and they need a WWE title and world title for the live events. And the last one, Nilsa Hernandez, your thoughts on a dream match between AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler. On paper, looks like an awesome match between AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler. Will it happen? Not right now. Dolph Ziggler under contract with WWE, going to be there for a long time. AJ Styles. WWE's offered AJ Styles, in the past, the WWE deal. Doesn't want to work that brutal travel schedule, and he knows that if he goes to WWE, he's probably just going to be a mid-card guy. Doesn't want to deal with the politics in WWE, and that's the reason that he's never wound up in WWE. He just does not want to deal with politics and things like that. Oh, son of a bitch. All right, here we go. We are going to get out of here, man. It is 10:03 Eastern Time. There is a lot of news that we're going to put up on the websites, guys. It's going to be a very, very busy night. I'm going to try to fix ProWrestlingScoops.com here in the next couple of days. WWE spoilers, main event Saturday Morning Slam, and SmackDown spoilers all coming up on the website. That'll do it. That will do it. Another Tuesday night. Submit feedback. Submit feedback, guys.
If you want to know feedback, like if you want to know what Boone did the last 10 minutes of the show, I'll give you the answer now. I think it's big fat shit. But if you want to know anything else about the show, if you want to leave your comments about the show,
you weren't even here.
Feedback.
That whole time, I knew there was a reason. Like, I would give you a little bit of time to respond to the rapid fire, and you wouldn't respond. Then I'm thinking, he's not here right now.
I had it on mute so that nobody could hear me farting and echoing in the bathroom, and then I had it on speakerphone in case you kicked it to me for anything, and you never did. So I just comfortably sat there and took a shit while we finished the show.
So this dude, during a live radio show, right? The dude sits there, and he walks away, and he smokes his fucking spice, and then he goes, and he takes a shit, and then he drinks beers. Boy, you're on a fucking roll tonight, brother. You are on a roll.
If I wasn't so honest, 99% of the people would have no fucking idea I was doing any of this stuff. I just have to tell everybody. Like,
no, because I cover it up fairly well. Because if I were to answer the rapid fire question and then there'd be like dead air while I wait for your response, but I keep it going.
Earlier, I was trying to take a piss. And you said something to the effect of, "Were you gonna no-sell me?" And I'm like, I didn't even know what you said, so I just jokingly said, "Yeah, I'm gonna no-sell you," like you did. Like I didn't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Taking shit.
Fucking guy.
With my ass.
See what I deal with, man, every Tuesday night. We're out of here, dude. I'll see you next Tuesday night. You're lucky you're not...
Feedback.
Yes.
Feedback. Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. Post for your feedback. Questions or comments, whatever you thought of the show. Let us know. Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR.
For Matt Boone.
That's me.
This is Ryan Clark.
Hey, that's him.
Saying see you next Tuesday night, 8 to 10 Eastern Time on WZROnline.com.